Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks. Now, if you guys didn't notice, we took a break, right? And now this is season 3. Alright, and I hope you guys are excited because we have a bunch of content and we have a few upcoming interviews coming up. So make sure that you guys follow the show, follow the program, and make sure that you guys pay attention. Now, like I said, Eagle Podcast Night Talks season 3, and this is episode number 18, right? And the title of tonight's podcast is called Money. Now, money is a very touchy subject, right? So I'm gonna try my best not to step on any toes, all right? Because like I said, it's a very touchy subject, right? Now, to go into the topic, I really wanted to lay the foundation. Now, is it fair enough to say that back in the days, they used to trade provision, right? Like, you had banana, right? And I have strawberry, and I would give you my strawberry to get your banana. And that was the medium of exchange, all right? That's what they used to do back in the days, right? Now, fast forward, they started to use gold and silver. And, you have the gold, I have the silver, and, would use it as a medium of exchange. Now, fast forward to now, where we have this piece of paper and we call it money, and that's the currency. And I feel like all the countries around the world, everybody has their own currency. Everybody have their own piece of paper that is money. So money is very important, because in order for you to survive anywhere in the world, you need to have money. So money is very important. Now, the next thing that I want to preference, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. Now, he's the guy who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, it's a very popular book. I'm sure some of you guys probably heard of it. If you haven't read it yet, please do. I think it was when I was 18 was the first time that I heard about the book. But come on, you're 18-year-old, young guy. You only think about girls and, money. You wasn't thinking about business, right? No, fast forward, I think it was 2 years ago, I actually got a chance to finally sit down and read the book, and the book was really good. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, he came up with this concept that he called the 4 cash flow quadrant. And basically what that is it's the 4 legal ways to make money. Even some illegal ways, of making money fall into those categories as well. But we're going to focus on the legal ways because that's how we want to make money. All right. Now, the first way of making money is obviously being an employee. Now, when you're an employee, all you do is just give your time and you get a paycheck, right? That's the easiest way to make money. Now, what most people do, they say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be no employee. I want to become self-employed. So they start their own small business, hair company, nail company, restaurant, mom and pop's shop, right? Deli, right? A bodega, right? For my people from DR, right? So yeah, so they decide to go the small business route. Now, the thing about being a small business owner is that if you decide to take a vacation, your company is going to take a vacation, right? Because let's say, for instance, that my fiance is pregnant, right? Which she's not, right? She said I need to stop speaking that, but I just want to use that as a reference. So let's say, for instance, that she's pregnant, right? And we're working with this doctor, and all of our visits with the doctor was with that doctor. But for say for instance now that this doctor takes a vacation when it's time for my fiance to have the baby, I'm not gonna wait for this doctor to come back. I'm gonna find a different doctor to do the job. And that's the thing about being self-employed. You have to be there to be able to do your skill, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with being self-employed, because a self-employed person makes a lot more money than an employee. The only thing about it, like I said, guys, is that you have to show up. Now, the next two ways is business ownership, right? Being a big business owner. And the next way is being an investor. Now, I've been studying entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship for a few years now. And one thing I realized is that the best way to make money is obviously being an investor, because all you do is invest your money and you get the return of your investment. The only catch about being an investor is that you're going to need capital to invest. And the kind of capital that we're talking about 100K, 200K. And if something happens to that money, you're not concerned about it. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the company FTX. It was very popular. It was blowing up like crazy back in 2020, right? And I think it was last year they found out that the company wasn't doing things the right way. And that's why I said that we're going to focus on the ways of making money legally, because when you make money illegally, it doesn't last long. And that's exactly what this company was doing. They were making money, but it wasn't making money the right way. So what happened was that the company was valued, I think it was like roughly $10 billion, a lot of money. And something happened, like I said, they're doing some shady stuff and they lost all of it. Now, the people that invested in that company, they were mainly millionaires. So even though they lost their money, they weren't too stressed about it. All right, they were stressed, but they weren't so stressed about it. All right, now that's the kind of investment that we're talking about. When if you lose your money, it doesn't affect your lifestyle. Most people invest their rent. Most people are investing their car note. Most people are investing, money that they need to do stuff. So we say, hey, no, that's not investing. That's investing, but that's not investing. You get what I'm saying, with that capital I. All right. So yeah. So that's the true way. Now, the B quadrant is basically business ownership, like I mentioned. And when you're a business owner, that's when you have 500 plus people working for you or 500 plus people working with you. And that's like the best way to get started in a business, because I'm sure when you go to the Walmart, right, for my people here in America, right, when you go to the Walmart, you don't see the boss there, you see the employees there. Why? Because the employer was able to duplicate his effort through his employees. So that's the best thing that you could do. Create a company and find a way how you can duplicate yourself to be able to expand your business. Perfect example of this is McDonald's. And probably in the next episodes I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper, but like I said, I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys tonight and to share this mindset with you. All right, now some action steps. Now, like I said, those are the 4 legal ways to make money. The thing what I want you to do with this information is that I want you to obviously write it down, right? Rewind or restart, but I really want you to think about these 4 ways and think about, okay, how am I currently making my money, right? And once you find out how you're making money, if you're comfortable, don't change anything. But if you're not comfortable, do something about it. All right, because one thing my mentors always say is that you can't really make a move if you don't know where you are. All right, so once you find out where in the quadrant you are, let's make a move. All right, let's definitely make a move. Now, before I wrap up, I did wanna share a quick story with you guys. All right, now the story goes like this. There was this guy, he drove up his Benz, and for some reason when he pulled up his Benz, he stepped out and this car vroom drove past and took his door off. And literally he was like, oh my god, my Benz. This guy mashed up my Benz. And there was this next guy that saw what happened, and he's like, sir, sir, calm down, calm down. No, he's like, no, the guy ripped off my door, my Benz is destroyed. But the guy was like, sir, you need to calm down. Look, your arm came off. And he looked down and he saw that his arm came off too. And then he's like, oh my god, my Rolex. Because obviously his Rolex was on his arm. And the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because I don't want you guys to think that when I say money is important, the mindset is not to say it's to be materialistic, because that's what that guy was. Alright, he cared about his Benz, right? He cared about his Rolex, but he didn't really care about his arm that what came off, right? So the mindset is not to be materialistic, but the mindset is to say, hey, money is important, and let's see if we can make as much of it. All right, let's see if we can make as much of it, because whether you like it or not, the next 10, 15, 20 years, money is still going to be important, whatever it is. If it's going to be Bitcoin, if it's going to be whatever currency, money is going to still hold value. The way I look at money though is that, and I think I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I told him, it's not a case that I love money, but I love the results that I get from having money. And to be honest, that was one of the major reasons why I chose the entrepreneurship journey, because when you work for somebody else, they decide what's your value. But when you work for yourself, you decide how much you value. And of course, you're not going to fire yourself. All right. But the mindset is not to be materialistic. The mindset is to say, hey, how can I make as much money to be able to, provide for my family, take care of whatever I need to take care of? Because, it's good. Money is good. Having money is good. And, if you like to travel, money can help with that. If you want to get out of debt, money can help with that. If you want to help your family, money can help with that. So money is very important, guys. Very important. And like I said, guys, let's see if we can make as much of it. All right. Let's see if we can make as much of it so we can, take care of family and, live good. All right, guys. Now, like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast, Night Talks, Season 3, right? Episode 18. If you guys haven't checked out the previous podcast yet, definitely do so. All right. And like I said, guys, if this podcast added any value to you, copy and send it to 5 friends. All right. And just tell them, hey, I heard this podcast and I thought this would be of some value to you. Boom, check it out. All right. And like I said, guys, leave a comment below. Leave a comment. What stood out to you from this podcast? And if you type it down there and I see it, I'll repost it so other people can come and see it. All right, guys. And like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast, Night Talks. Good night, guys. Shamar Brown signing off.